Okay, y'all. I'm literally about to cry because my my phone got too hot and it literally stopped right in the middle of me sharing that. I guess it was a good place to like come park in the shade. But I am essentially wrapping up here. So the story of Genesis, story of creation, the first thing that Creator Father created was light, was the Son, was Jesus Christ, and then what after that? And I'm going based off of memory. Like I'm not again a religious person. I'm trying to remember like in what order he created things, but I remember on day one he created light, and then next I'm assuming he created the moon, which was essentially if not, how do I say this? Yeah, he created the moon, which was then Lucifer, and then he created Earth, which was then Mother, and then on Earth he put, I'm guessing, right, the waters. But regardless, then he put Adam and Eve, and it's like, where do you think that like the image of Eve came from? If like man was created in his image, like woman was created in whose image? He created a feminine, which is Mother Earth, which is where Eve, that's where the image that she was made out of. That's why we refer to like the earth as mother. That's why so many cultures, so many like native indigenous cultures refer to earth as mother, mother earth, mother whatever. Like, so I just think that that's like very interesting, and that's something to know and to like you know to talk about, to discuss, because then again, if like if we have the sun and the moon and they're both kind of like representing like energies within us, which is like that masculine and that feminine, because again, Lucifer then is like a feminine led masculine. Like he was born as a masculine but leads with his femininity, and it's like it's the fact that I'm sure like somehow he himself was so powerful that he created envy and was envious of whatever like attention and spotlight that Jesus Christ was given, and like whatever what like the angels that are in the skies, in the dark matter with and the stars with the creator, like they clearly gave more attention to Jesus, to son, to like they put that positive connotation onto like quite literally his positivity, and like I'm sure made like Lucifer feel like he was like the ugly stepbrother type vibe, or like the less wanted desirable sibling, and like that creates sibling rivalry, and it is the fact that like the younger sibling is always going to try to outdo the older one. So like that's where like envy and competition and all those like things that can bring out people's like competitive and like abusive nature inside, like it comes from Lucifer, it comes from the moon, it comes from water, it comes from like everything that he represents that is also innately represented within the feminine, like and that's again why Lucifer spoke to the feminine before the masculine, because he understood her language, he understood how to manipulate her psyche, and it's like that goes back to, again, fast forwarding to today, a lot of men manipulate women to get what they want, and it's like women are so unaware, like because of the fact that like women are ruled by Venus and men are innately ruled by Mars. They think differently, they are on different worlds, different planets, their thoughts, their motives, their values, their morals, all of that comes from two different planets. And that, before we like start arguing about that, that's beautiful, that is so beautiful. Excuse me. And what do you think that that pushes us to do? Do you think that it pushes us to like force all of us to be on one planet, one of those planets, or do you think that there's a reason why we are ruled by planets that are not Earth? Do you think that there's a reason why we are ruled by like two other planets, Venus and Mars? And it takes us healing on both of those planets individually, every single person healing their their masculine or feminine, whatever again you feel that comes most natural to you, and then taking a trip, skyrocketing yourself to the other planet, to the other gender's planet where they're ruled, and seeing how they think, seeing how they live, seeing how they thrive, how they work. It's like opening your mind up as a man, as a masculine, to what a matriarchy can look like. And there is beauty in it. There is power in it. There's success in it. There's so much, and that's why you have groups on planet Earth that are overly feminist and trying to like bring upon a matriarchy and replace the patriarchy. And it's like, girl, like I get it, and asking you to like be the bigger person here, to come into the middle and live on planet Earth where you are, which means that we have to coexist. We literally have to coexist together. There is no other way. It is asking you to step aside from all of the pain that women have experienced throughout history, throughout from Eve to today. Women have been suffering at the hands of men. And you know that first part, I guess, of this video was kind of like a in defense of men. However, in defense of women, we men have been raping, killing, stealing, ravaging, like abusing women from the dawn of time to today. To today. It's even the fact that a man tricked a woman. Lucifer tricked a woman. We, like, women have not had, what, 1 day of rest on this entire goddamn planet since being existed, since being brought into existence. Can y'all sit with that? As a masculine, if you do not understand a woman's experience, bro, we're never gonna thrive. And think back to, like, y'all need to watch Dune. Dune is like a huge film to be watching, to be, keeping up with spiritual awakening, all that. Like, the Bene Gesserit, the false Messiah's mom, or not false, whatever. What, I can't think of his name. Paul, the main character, Paul. His mom is a Bene Gesserit, but then she becomes a Reverend Mother, and she literally says, to become a Reverend Mother means that I have to take on the pain of all women throughout the dawn of history. Like, she has to literally take on the pain of every single woman that has come before her in order to become a Reverend Mother. And from that film also, what is the whole point of Paul? Like, his whole thing and the whole message of that film is that, like, he is a messiah figure, but also that he drinks the water of life and is able to see into the future. Men can see into the future, women can see into the past. Women hold on to the past for good reason, because you cannot know where you're going and move forward if you don't know where you've been through. And women are feel like are the gatekeepers of, like, true history and knowledge and the truth. Women don't forget. They somehow, it like stays in them, in their bodies, in their consciousness and whatever, and they pass it down to their daughters. Women are why we know the true history, the truth excuse me, of history, because, like, it stays with them, it stays in their body, they're connected to, like, the spiritual realm, and like they can't forget. They're burdened with the inability to forget and, like, truly move on. And why? It's because men are able to see the future. Men know how to lead. Men know innately, like, creativity, just like father. Men rule creativity, women rule protection. And in order for the human race to advance, it takes us coexisting together. It takes us working together. And back to Adam and Eve, it takes a secure man to see a woman that continues to eat the forbidden fruit, no matter what that looks like, whether that be, like, you know, holding on to her past, holding on to her trauma, holding all men accountable, hating men, whatever it is that a woman is doing that is, like, unproductive. It takes a secure man to, like, help her heal from that and say, hey, excuse me, it's a sign that I'm eating and spitting facts, so, like, there's something in my throat. But it takes a secure man, and what Adam did not do was, he should have came to Eve and said, hey, I understand that you just, like, ate this fruit that we were told not to, and, like, unfortunately, like, I don't know what's gonna happen to you, and I don't want to find out by eating it myself. I'm sorry that, like, you have to go through this alone, but I'm sure that like if you repent, if you ask for forgiveness, like, and if I, vouch for you, like I'm sure that Father will forgive you. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not judge, jury, executioner. I'm just like one person, the only other person here. Like, I don't know what to do, but what I know I can't do is like be there with you. And again, it goes to that like that Venus and Mars trap, that anxious and avoidant trap, that idea of like, okay, if a woman is like always nagging you, you don't become abusive. If a woman is always like trying to like bring problems to your attention because you as a masculine are a problem solver and you're mad that she's bringing problems for you to solve, bro. Like, think about it. You are naturally gifted at problem solving, and your feminine is bringing you problems to solve, and you're saying fuck out of my face. You're saying I'm tired. I just want to like chill. I can't this, I can't that, like without you this or that, like bro. And then you want that woman to submit to you. Then you want that feminine, let me say, to submit to you and listen to you and give you respect and acceptance and support and all these things. Like, bro, do you know how dumb you sound? You sound insecure. That's what it is. And again, back to Venus and Mars, back to Mars being abusive towards Cupid, towards that woman somehow, whether physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. Like, you are now taking it out on her. You were created first. And also think about the fact that like Jesus was also created first. If Jesus represents light and the sun, Jesus and both Lucifer were created first. Why then did creator send Jesus Christ to earth to like die for our sins? Why did he not send a woman? It's like, it's not to go tit for tat, it's not to compare, it's just to say that like it takes so much more strength from a man to be secure, to be healthy, to be healed with his feminine, and to see a woman as an equal. To see a woman as an equal takes a strong, secure man. And it takes a strong, secure woman to submit to that man, to see him as an equal also, and to not try to play his role. Like, that is how we thrive, y'all. That is how we prosper. That is how we heal and bring about paradise on earth, like Father, like Creator, like the universe, like God intended it and wants it. That's what we crave innately in us. However, there's also beauty in Lucifer. There's also beauty in darkness. There's also beauty in negativity. It is just that at the end of the day, as long as it's a 51-49%, and damn near, I'm sure we can have a philosophical debate about it being 50-50. I don't know. I just think the good should always win out at the end of the day, and I think that's maybe where we go wrong. That's where the angels up in the heavens, up in, I'm sorry, in the stars, like where they went wrong, maybe that they that 1% is what made Lucifer like destroy everything. Like, maybe it is that we have to be completely balanced, 50-50 in the middle. There's no one beats out the other. It's just we need both of them. They both serve their purpose. The sun comes up every single day, and when it drops, the moon is there to take its place. And like, what is the moon also in charge of? The tides, the waters, the oceans. And that's where, like, then that creates a cycle, the life cycle of water, and we get rain. And water, rain replenishes the earth, it nourishes it hydrates it. Do you know that we don't need food? That water is the most essential thing that we need in our bodies. As long as we have water, we are fine. You will live. You don't need food. That's why literally Creator and Father said you don't need to eat. If you are going to eat, fine. Here, all these things in the Garden of Eden. But you don't need to eat these sweets, this donut, this cake, this chocolate, this fucking, this whatever that makes you start to fluff out. Like, this now gets into like the whole body positivity movement. Like, yes, love your body at any size. However, you should be on a like healthy, um I can't think of the word, but like a healthy fit journey to be the most active that you can be to have your body look exactly as it was meant to be. And that's not a twig, that's not skinny fat, that's not overly obese or anything. That's just like, if you're thickums, you're thickums. Like, all of us know like what is natural on our bodies versus what is not. So like, let's not go into the, oh, you hate fat people kind of narrative right now. Like, that's a whole nother conversation. Back to, like, the Adam and Eve thing, and like, just like Jesus and Lucifer, it needs to be 50-50. If you're overly positive, just think about Inside Out. You need joy and sadness. There is no, you can just be happy all the time, nor can you be sad all the time. And like, for people that, like, are religious, and people that are in the Illuminati and devil worshiping, whatever, it's like, you can't do that all the time. You can't. You cannot. Like, I I will forgive y'all being extreme on both sides. I will forgive that. But however, what I will not forgive is you staying there forever. Like, you need to come to the middle. You need to see what the other person is doing as just as equally valuable, as just as equally important as what you are doing. There is no, oh, they're worshiping the devil over there, I'm not gonna step one foot in their house. Why? Or as like a Satanist. Oh, I'm never gonna step foot in the church. Why? Angels and demons. Like, why do y'all hate each other? Y'all are helping the natural order of things, the natural balance of the world of life. Like, there is no, and this is what both father and mother understand. Father as in the creator, mother as in earth, like where we live. Like, she is protecting us. I'm sure, because there are going to be those people like, why does, like, God Father, like, let, Lucifer run rampant and this, that, and the other. And it's like, because of mom. Because of mom. Have y'all, like, met any mom? She will go to the altar for her children. She will not, like, it is. And again, it's that Venus energy that is stopping Mars, like, and stopping him from, like, hurting his own offspring. Because, like, who created Cupid? Mars and Venus together. And Venus loves Cupid. She sees the beauty in what he brought them. And if you're an unhealed, insecure masculine, you will want to kill Lucifer. And isn't that why the first murderer in the world was a man? Cain? Cain and Abel are also, again, Lucifer and Lucifer and Jesus. Like, Lucifer was inside of Cain. Essentially, he got through to him to have that envy and then kill his brother. And again, Adam and Eve are like, well, what do we do? Do we kill Cain now? And Venus is gonna say no. And it takes a healthy, secure Adam to say no also, that we have to forgive Lucifer. We have to forgive Cain, because, like, we're the reason why he did that. We are the reason why he did that, why he did not love his brother and see him as an equal, which that comes again from father. Why do you think father is not going to do anything to the devil? Like, of course, like, there is, he gave him an end of, like, okay, you're gonna run rampant until the end of Revelation. However, that is his son. You're asking him to literally kill one of his sons, and him not valuing him as much as he did Jesus is why how we got here in the first place. Lucifer literally said, "Oh, you're not gonna value me? I'm gonna show you how strong I am." And his precious Adam and Eve, he literally he got them to commit a sin. And now look at where we are, y'all. Lucifer is powerful. We have to respect him. Literally, he rules this planet, and Mother allows him to. She is protecting him with his love. However, it is getting to the point where she's like, okay, it's getting out of hand. Like, y'all are getting out of hand, and, like, we're gonna destroy all of y'all and, like, start over. I don't know. I don't know. We have to talk about, like, what is going on. And I do want to wrap this up. The last things, I guess, that I would say is just that, like, a lot of this goes into numerology, and I will film a separate video about numerology explained. But essentially, there is no, I'm coming to this realization that there is no, like, Jesus is better than Lucifer. There is no, the good should always outweigh the bad. It's yin and yang, y'all. It's yin and yang. And, like, we have to work together. Masculine and feminine. Again, we are at this point in time in history where, like, we need to be as inclusive as we can, and also kind of go back to, like, the old days where it's like, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not. Like there was no confusion with what they were saying. It was like when they spoke, you knew exactly who they were speaking about, who they were speaking to, and what message they were sending. Whereas now it's like when every time that I say the word you, people think I'm talking about like themselves. Like I'm talking to you. And it's like you to me is y'all. Like when I'm like you need to this, you need to that, I'm saying y'all. You want me to stop and be like you slash y'all? No. That's why they said thou. Thou shall not thou like or the grand blah blah blah. Like we need to get back to a point in English where like everything that we said was clear. How they spoke in like Game of Thrones kind of days. It's like they spoke like that for a reason, and it's the way that like our own U.S. government changed up English to be more separate and to be more like spellbound. Where like when we speak, like I say one thing and you hear another. I say one thing and it's like the magic transfers it and transcribes it into something different. I say something positive like, "Oh, I really like that outfit today," and it's like because that can be interpreted in so many ways, it transcribes into like, "You're fat." "You're ugly. I hate that outfit." And you turn back like, hold on, you asking for a fight? Why do you think that that is? Why do you think that that is? The English language, as we know it, is very spellbound. We cast a lot of spells when we speak. We don't know how to talk to each other, and we don't know how to talk. We don't know how to speak and be clear with our message. So everything is very much interconnected. We absolutely have to start working together. This whole notion that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks and that you cannot uh, change somebody or help somebody that doesn't want to change or be helped. BS. BS. We have no choice. We have no choice, and the way that you begin is to heal yourself first. And I watch my video on numerology explained. I'm literally gonna stop this video and get right into that because that is our way forward. Understanding the power of numerology and like how to heal ourselves and help heal others so that we can heal Mother Earth, so that we can live by our Father's will, and look out for that video. I'm going to end this. I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I hope y'all like my mic now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.